No.
The monument of what? The Lincoln Memorial. Okay. So, the next part of this, guys, is going to be you guys in your expert groups dividing in 2. So each expert group should have 4. For those of you that have groups of 5, there will be 1 group of 3 when you split off, okay? So in partners, you will read your...
That was good. That was like...
Oh my God, it is coming out. I should get out my
So,
what?
So...
You get them.
What is
that? Oh my...
So...
I started.
You will divide in 2, and you and that partner will read the first 6 paragraphs of your speech. And as you read, you will stop. As you read, you will stop and answer and ask your partner questions from this list, okay? These are... Elia, go outside. Or actually, go to the advisor's office. Go to the advisor's office, please. And I'll send the referral down, okay? Go. I don't have time. Let's go. Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry that some people can't handle this. Alright, so, in partners, you're going to read the speech, and you're going to stop after each paragraph and ask one of these kinds of questions, okay? There are 4 types, okay? The first one is a right there question. This question, you can, okay, go. Hey, go. Lorraine, stop. So anyways, the right there questions look for information that is explicitly stated in the paragraph. So you can go into that paragraph and just find the answer, okay? The second kind, think and search questions. The answer to these questions is implicit in the text, so you need to infer or conclude. So those kinds of questions, you're asking a question, and when you look back at the paragraph, you're not going to know the exact answer. You're going to have to think for yourself and make your own conclusions, okay? The next one, on my own. The questions ask for information that is not present in the text, but is related to the theme of the text. So, those kind of questions, guys, you'll have to go back and pull from your background knowledge, from what you learned in social studies, from what you've learned in other places, stuff like that, okay? And for the 4th one, these are questions, these are called author and me questions. Stop, guys. You know what? Don't pay attention to them.
Like chips.
You want
my chips?
Alright, so this kind right here, these are author and me questions. These questions are what readers would ask the author if they had the opportunity to meet them. Okay? Drake. So, I'm going to show you an example of how this is going to work. So if everyone can move or flip to page 9. Excuse me. Page 9. It says handout 6A, and it says practice speech. Okay? So this is a practice speech. Okay? That was given by Chief Joseph.
Chief Keith.
Okay.
I heard that.
So the rest of your name's on the board, and so is yours, Samantha.
What? Because you got to say.
Thumbs up.
Sorry, guys. So, anyways, this is given by Chief Joseph of the Nez Perce, okay, which was an Indian tribe, all right, or a Native American tribe. So let's start. I'll read you the background information really quickly. In 1877, the U.S. government ordered the Nez Perce to leave their land and relocate to a reservation. This is land reserved by the U.S. government for Native Americans. The Nez Perce refused to go. Instead, Chief Joseph tried to lead 800 of his people to Canada. During their 1,000-mile journey, the Nez Perce repeatedly fought the U.S. Army. When they were only 40 miles from Canada, they were finally trapped. After a 5-day fight, half of the Nez Perce were dead or had been killed, and Chief Joseph surrendered. This is the speech that he gave, okay? So this is the speech that he gave. So I'm going to read the first paragraph. Oh, no, I'm reading it. No, you only read these. Okay? So So, I'm going to read the first paragraph and then I'm going to ask questions from each of these categories. So right there, think and search, an on my own, and an author and me questions, okay? So, tell General Howard I know his heart. What he told me before, I have it in my heart. I am tired of fighting. Our chiefs are killed. Looking Glass is dead. Tahu Shoot is dead.
Who's Tahu?
Tahu what?
Tahu Shoot is dead. The old men are all dead.
Where do you see that?
It is the young men who say yes or no. He who led the young men is dead. Okay? So that's our first paragraph. So an example of a right there question would be, who are the people Chief Joseph says have been killed? Now, guys, can't I just go back in that paragraph and find exactly who he said was killed? So he says that his chiefs are killed, but he also says that Looking Glass and Tahu Shoot is dead. So we know that there are two specific names, and also, just in general, that their chiefs are dead, okay? So, put that down.
Their cheese is dead.
The chiefs of their tribe are dead, yes. So, guys, Samantha,
That wasn't me. What are you doing?
It wasn't Samantha.
It was Chris.
It was Chris.
hey, we'll talk after class. We don't have time for this.
There's witnesses.
I heard that.
So, the next kind of question, so that question I just asked was a right there question because I could go back in the text and read it and find the information, okay? The next type, a think and search question. Why does Chief Joseph include the names of certain chiefs who have been killed? So I don't know the answer. I can't tell you 100%, but if I go back and look, I can think, I can make a guess or make an inference that these were the old men. These were the old chiefs, because he says the old men are dead. And he says that he who led the young men are dead. So I'm assuming that to answer this question, the reason he mentioned those two men were because they were like his generals. The people that led his young people. Teza, Uriel, Drake, that's a warning.
What?
For talking.
What was I doing? You didn't do shizzle.
Stop. Okay, now your name's on the board.
For what? Shizzle is not a word. Not as bad.
Alright, come back together please in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, the next type of question.
Shizzle question.
¿Viste que me costó 4?
Nope.
I gotta check.
So,
You got some pass.
so, the next kind of question. Why are all of the chiefs and elders dead and not the young people? So, that question, I need to think about it based on the information I know, because it's not in that paragraph. And if I think about my knowledge of what Native Americans went through and what they believed in back then I would say that part of their custom or culture was that the older men would fight, okay, so that the young men wouldn't die. Because if you lose all your young men, then it's going to be difficult for your people to keep having children, right? Reproduce. So that's what I would say, but I don't know the answer for sure, because remember, an on my own question asks for information that is not present in the text. So I'm not necessarily going to know the right answer, okay? So when you and your partner are coming up with these questions, then the last kind of question. How is it that you are a chief and you still survive? So that's the question that somebody might want to ask Chief Joseph if they could. Okay? You don't have to answer that question, because how am I going to answer that question? I don't know. Okay? So that's just a question you come up with to help you think. Okay? So let me just finish reading this really short speech, and then I'm going to let you guys get started reading your speeches with your partners. Okay? It is cold, and we have no blankets. The little children are freezing to death. My people, some of them, have run away to the hills and have no blankets, no food. No one knows where they are. Perhaps freezing to death. I want to have time to look for my children and see how many of them I can find. Maybe I shall find them among the dead. Hear me, my chiefs. I am tired, my heart is sick and sad. From where the snow now stands. I will fight no more forever. Okay? So